Hey guys, it is Monday morning, May 4th. I mean, is it? No, April 4th. I'm sorry, April 4th. I get my dates wrong a lot. Y'all notice? On one of my videos, I was like, what did I say? It was like May 30th or something, but it was March 30th. So sorry about that. Sometimes I'm like really bad with dates. But I just wanted to make a video this morning. I'm on my way to my psychiatric appointment, or psychologist appointment. No, psychiatrist. And I'm going to renew my prescription on Klonopin. I take Klonopin, which kind of helps my nervous system. I noticed this morning when I woke up, they are kind of tuning it up. The grounding's still working, but, I feel pretty burnt, like around my head. I can't cover my head, with the blanket. I may start, but mostly just around my neck and my head. I feel like the burning that I'd always feel throughout my body. So grounding kind of, keeps the rest of my body from feeling burned on the inside. And I just wanted to make a comment. Like, I really appreciate everybody's comments. Those who disagree with me, those who agree with me, those who think there's another way. We really do need to talk about all this. So every comment's good. I got a couple of comments, and I'm not going to say who it was, but they were saying that my targeters don't care about what I'm doing, and that they could keep doing this for 75 years and I'd still be in the same place. Number one, I disagree with that. I disagree with it. Like, not angry at this person for making a comment, because I do know that this does seem hopeless at times, but this information isn't for my targeters. It's to create awareness amongst target individuals and non-target individuals, so these people can't slither around so easily, that are hitting us with dew weapons and doing the street harassment, the vehicular harassment in street theater. Second of all, like, 6 computers, I can't upload my YouTube videos. Like, I have to upload them with this phone. So the actions that my targeters are taking, they don't want this information out. And that tells me that it's good to put information out, because you don't know, you just don't know who's going to get that. You don't know how it's going to flow. You just don't know what's going to happen, who's going to see it. So creating awareness, like, these things, I think he said, and I'll understand, it's very hard, and sometimes it seems like, these are weak tactics, just to be putting videos out. But we have to lay groundwork, and when I can't do anything, there are a lot of people on the streets. They're going to city council, like the Humanity Warriors, people, doing documentaries on this. John Hall, if you check out my Facebook page, I've shared it with all my friends. Go to Kyle T.I., Kyle space T.I., and John Hall is doing a documentary where they're, interviewing targeted individuals from different areas. So these, like, documentaries, Humanity Warriors going to city councils and the, police commissioners meetings and stuff like that. Passing out flyers on the streets, doing legwork. I can't do that, like, right now in my city, because I haven't grouped up with people in my city. Plus, like, I'm trying to do another regular job, so I'm trying to do what I can. Like, I'm trying to put out as much information as I can, and you don't know how that information is going to flow, what TI is going to see it, what non-TI is going to see it. There's the police right there. These things are very important. 75 years, no way. I doubt this will go on past another 5 years at the worst. But even so, creating awareness, it stops these guys. It stops them from just being able to move so freely. And if we see things from the way our targeters see them, my targeters are like, it's over. This guy's over. They say that, oh, this guy's stupid, he's retarded, on the V2K. But then they're trying to, like, shut me down. They try and keep me from uploading my videos. So their actions say more than anything. The microwave hearing doesn't mean anything. So it really does matter. And I just wanted to respond to that comment. I appreciate it though, and I mean, like every comment is welcome by TIs. I understand this thing can seem very hopeless sometimes, you know, but it's like, you know, I get a comment like, get out of Dodge, you just need to get out of Dodge. As TIs, we understand that we can't go anywhere. I am looking into Iceland and countries that aren't connected to the EU, that aren't going to take over all these draconian practices and surveillance practices, you know, to lock down, you know, their countries. But, you know, I've gotten out of Dodge a lot of times, Florida, West Virginia, and their technology is remote enough that it can hit me there, and then they have people on the ground there. So, you know, getting out of Dodge right now isn't really an option unless we research places where it's milder. You know, I am going to look into that, and I am going to take a trip to Iceland. I don't want to leave my family. This is my city and my state. Like, I am an innocent American, so I do want to fight for my home. But I mean, you know, getting out for a little while, and healing up ain't a bad idea if you can get somewhere. But it's just very, you know, it's very confusing to know where to go where this would be milder, and I don't know if you could go anywhere where you could completely get away from it. And please comment on that. Definitely comment on that, because from my experiences, you know, I've gone to other places and it hasn't worked. But please comment if you have. Definitely leave a comment saying I've gone here and it's, you know, it's a lot better. So we can research that place, and maybe TIs can go there. Maybe take a trip or a vacation to see if it helps with their targeting. But I mean, really, it's like anything helps. We've got to throw rocks at this thing, and some of these rocks that we're throwing, and I guess I'm kind of making a metaphor for some of the videos I make. You know, they're not spot on. It's kind of me just telling about my situation. What I'm trying to do is report the situation, because there are local mainstream media reports. You know, there are channels that are on the edge of doing documentaries about this, but they're backing off because they're scared, or you know, somebody will tell them not to. But the thing is, I mean, any information is good information about this. And as we inundate all this social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything, as we inundate it with websites, you know, things like that, you know, mainstream media will start perking up its ears. It'll start having more. It'll start having more to go on, because people will be interested in it. People will watch because so many people are talking about it. So it's laying good groundwork. And you know, I have to do this because there are so many targeted individuals that are on the ground, you know, passing out flyers, doing things like that. So I have to do what I can do. But I do appreciate any comments. I mean, even if you see this negatively and like we can't do anything, I understand that point of view, and I'd like to talk to those people a lot, because just with my videos, and tons of targeted individuals are making videos that get way more views than me. You know, they map this out with PowerPoint, or you know, they'll write on a board. They'll be very specific. Their videos are way better edited. In my little videos from my camera phone, they've made a difference. You know, people are talking about it more. People are, you know, getting their information out on the comments. This guy, I mean, the guy who made the comment, he made his comment, and it's seen by other target individuals. That makes a difference. He has a platform to say what he wants to say about this program. So I mean, it kind of like, and I'm not jumping on him or anything like that. I'm just saying he disproved himself when he made the comment on the video. He's saying, you know, this doesn't matter to your targeters. You don't care about what you're doing. But he's making a comment. He's got a platform like on my video. He can comment. People can look at that and see what he thinks about it. So he's disproven himself immediately that it doesn't matter. And I'm not trying to jump down his throat or anything like that. Like, I do understand, because I'm like, day by day, this doesn't go away. And, my attackers do, on the V2K, they're like, it's over, this guy's retarded, blah, blah. But that's just to psychologically wear you down. Their actions actually show, when I like take out my camera and I start getting, evidence of vehicular stalking, they start changing tactics. So it actually does affect my targeting. Like, I mean, they'll back off the police and do something like trailers or something like that. It does affect it. So even if it doesn't bring down the program, we are throwing rocks at it. It really does. It does make a difference. So I just wanted to comment on that. But I appreciate every comment. I understand how this can seem hopeless, and a lot of targeted individuals can be like, you're not gonna be able to change things or whatever. But if we take that route, guys, and we don't think we can change things, then we're done already. And there's a Baton Rouge Fire Department up ahead. So try and be as positive as you can. I woke up this morning, my head, my jaws, my nervous system feels, short-circuited, with my neck kind of shaking. So I understand, a feeling of hopelessness, a feeling like, and then everybody sees you as crazy or whatever. But information is kind of key right now, because there's not a lot of other things that we can do right now. I know these videos aren't going to bring the program down, but it'll lay groundwork so that, when a lot of other targeted individuals are targeted, they'll be able to come to these videos, know what's going on, be stronger. They'll be able to get out their own awareness. And I started making my videos from another TI who was making videos, and he really, to me, and it's William the Bastard. He had these long videos that I love, because I was like, he's just talking about it. It makes me feel real comfortable. But I didn't really believe in a lot of his theories about it, and that wasn't important. It was important that it was going on to him, and he just kind of talked about it, how he knew, how he saw it, and that inspired me to make videos. So it's like, so these things do make a difference. They do. It's like throwing rocks at a broken down house, and if we all throw rocks, like all the TIs, if we all throw them, and there's bunches of us, it can knock down the house if you throw enough rocks in the right places. But I did just want to comment on that. I understand it. Like, I understand, being like, these people, because my attackers they'll still change lights on me and vehicular stalk me while I have the camera out, which is good to me, because it's either way. If I deter them and it slacks off a little bit, that's good for me and my family. I mean, it's good for my situation. If they keep going, then I report it. So I mean, I'm definitely of the mindset of get out there, get in front of this thing. Because if you don't say anything and you're just like, wow, these people, this is just gonna go on, and you just gotta just keep moving, and you never talk out about it. I mean, they'll roll over us. And this at least throws a wrench in the gears. And I know other people who give testimonies. Like, I see them sometimes, a lot of very strong women, especially, and strong men too, but I see the women get a lot more views because more women are attacked with this. And I see these strong women giving their testimonies. They don't really know what to say. They're unhappy, and they're trying to say, like, this is making their life bad. And that's all that some people need, is just to feel like they're not alone. And I wish I could, I try and put comments out, but I wish I could just tell these women, tell these men who are making these videos that you are making more of a difference than you could imagine. you're saving lives with those videos, because you got somebody who may be thinking about committing suicide, or may be hopeless. They see your video and they feel exactly how you feel, and that makes us strong. That makes us keep going. So on a lot of levels, little things we do to lay the groundwork work. Now they don't just shatter the program, and like, I'm not saying that, but they make a difference. And when we lay enough groundwork, then we can shatter this program. Because I really don't like. I mean, and he makes a good point. The commenter said, does an animal, when it's, feeding on you, does it stop and feel sorry for you? And that's kind of the mentality these people have. I mean, they're feeding, they're predators. So it's not like they care. They're going to keep going because they're doing something so bad. It's not like they're going to see me making videos and be like, well, we're going to go ahead and stop. They're doing something so terrible, and it's terrorism, so they have to keep going and try and, silence me and try and make it seem like it's not a big deal, like that nothing I can do will work. That's what they're going to do. I mean, that's going to be the protocol for it, because it is a war. I mean, it's an information war. It's a war against Americans who are, basically sleeping and just sitting. But a war nonetheless, torture war. But I really wanted to respond to that, because I mean, it's not like I think that this stuff will make a difference. I've seen it, like I've lived it. I've lived this stuff making a difference. Getting on those conference calls, and I know, like, a lot of people, they're like, a lot of perps are going to be on the conference calls or whatever. That doesn't matter. As long as people are getting information out and discoursing it and telling about, their initiatives and what they're doing, and so you can support them, any forward momentum is gonna gain traction. We're gonna start building and laying groundwork so that agencies like, the mainstream media, NSA, FBI, people involved in this, DHS, it's like people in there are going to start seeing that people are speaking out. They're going to see that it's becoming more uncontrollable, and they're going to actually try and get in front of it too, because they're not going to want this to come out and them to, get their balls busted. They're going to want to make scapegoats and get in front of it and, like, say, hey, there was this big mistake. So you just don't know what's going to happen with the information that you put out, is kind of my point. So you want to keep doing that. You want to get a camera, even if you're not putting your videos out on YouTube. Get something that even looks like a camera if you don't want to take film. It deters these people. They don't want to be seen. And since I see that they don't want to be seen and they don't want my videos out, that tells me a whole lot. I mean, it tells me that it's working. Anything they don't want is really, a good thing. But I just wanted to say that this morning. I woke up and, I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too great, not doing too bad. I mean, either one. But, I mean, these things, everything that we do counts. It does count. And our voices count, because we are innocent Americans, being attacked, being tortured. So people don't like that. The majority of the world isn't built to be like, oh, that's fine. When it comes out that experimentation is going on around vehicular stalking or patrolling or whatever they want to call it, people aren't going to be happy about that. They're not going to be like, oh, okay, well, we need to do that. Especially if we catch it like in the beginning and we start talking about it. If we wait a long time, like 100 years, and don't say anything about it, people might get used to it and be like, oh, well, this is just a way we catch bad people, and then that's bad to stay silent, because we've got to let them know that it's not bad people. It's mothers, it's grandmothers, it's women living alone, it's older men, it's younger men, it's just regular citizens. So I guess I just wanted to say that. I appreciate every comment though, but some of those comments where it's like, this doesn't matter, what you're doing is either detrimental or, you know, your targeters don't care. I know, like, like point one, they do care because they try and stop my videos. Point two, even if they didn't care and they laughed at it and let me make videos and let me put them out, I would still do it. I would still do it as they laughed at me, because that's an obvious protocol. I mean, they are going to act like, oh, nothing y'all are doing is working, haha, you know, this is too big, you can't stop it. I mean, that's obviously what they want us to think. If we think that, then we're kind of done. Then we're kind of like, then it's like, okay, well, the end of the world's coming, so let's just, you know, take the torture and stuff like that. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that things can't be changed. There's too many good people in the world that if they get a whiff of this, especially if there's inundation on social media, there will be inundation. There's already been local media stories about it, you know, that kind of have infected the news media. There's been talk about documentaries like on the History Channel and such. I think there already are, you know, some documentaries about, you know, target individuals on, like, on the Reality Channel, or is it the Learning Channel or something like that? But there's already stuff out there, and people are starting to make more documentaries. So every little bit counts. Like every little video, every little thing that you can say about your situation to report this situation, because we don't have a lot of mainstream reporters, you know, sticking their necks out. So our necks are already stuck out. You know, we're already being tortured. So we need to be the reporters. And it's like if you know, one day that we could really report on this in the mainstream media and really give our testimonies, I mean, so much the better. But we got to keep positive about it. It is our lives. So to, and I'm not saying this guy was like giving up. I'm not saying he was like, you know, we're never going to be able to beat this. He was just, you know, kind of saying what you're doing is kind of weak, you know. And I mean, I disagree. I disagree amiably, I guess. That what I'm doing is not weak. I've seen it affect people. What other people's videos have affected me and made me active in this, and it spreads. It sets an example. These testimonies that other target individuals set an example for me, that they keep going. That it's not just like one video. It's like they keep reporting it, keep reporting it, keep reporting it, keep reporting it, and it sets a great example for other target individuals that just speak out. And especially because I'm just a regular guy. Like, I'm not some super intelligent guy who knows, like, you know, everything about this technology. That it really helps because people can see. They're like, well, just some regular guy can do this. You know, so anybody can do it. You know, and that's a great thing that I've seen. It's like I have a camera phone. And I'm, you know, trying to kind of balance this with a bunch of other regular, like, little stuff in my life. You know, and it actually makes a difference. Like, people, you know, they relate to it because it's what's going on with them. You know, we can learn a little bit more, or they can put comments about what they feel is going on, or, you know, disagree with me, agree with me. I love everything like that, because that is I guess some people would say that's a democracy where everybody gets to talk and there's discourse. You know, I'd say it's a republic, you know, where everybody gets you know, everybody gets a say. But it really is important, guys. It's important to speak out. You're not going to get rewarded for being quiet about this. You're in more danger, I think. This is my theory, and please comment on this. That if you do not speak out, I think you're in more danger, because people do see that this program is kind of, I mean, that more awareness is coming out about it. You know, more stuff's happening about it. You just don't know which way it's going to go. You don't know, you know, how soon that information can get out. These people going to city councils and speaking out. You don't know what representative or what city council member will take this on. Will be like, wait, there are people hurting, because there are people who it will take it to heart. they will, they will put themselves on the line to save Americans. I mean, because this is Americans, being cooked in their homes, being harassed when they didn't do anything, and so it is necessary. And I guess that's all I wanted to say. I've seen it make a difference. Connecting the social media that you have, it inundates these things with this information, and then people can't help but have it in their face, and they have to look at it. And then it's like once people start kind of getting, curious about it, and they have, like, this has already happened. So I'm like talking about stuff that's already happened. Non-TIs have become curious about this. They've started watching the sites enough so that, like, a thing like the History Channel or the Learning Channel would think about making a documentary about it. And there have been documentaries made. I think on Fox there was a documentary about mind control. That guy, Captain Riker, the guy who plays Captain Riker, narrated it. And I think I put that up on my site somewhere, my YouTube site. But yeah, but let's not give up, like that. And I'm not saying this guy has given up, he may have other tactics, for what he's doing, but we can't go to full-scale war. We can't, it's hard to defend physically, because we'll look like crazy people. They'll be like, hey, this person attacked me for no reason. Then we get another person who looks like they're just some crazed, crazed person doing something crazy. So we've got to have finesse and intelligence in this war, in this fight, and that means information. That means information and getting allies, like, high up, getting allies in the police department, getting allies, in the ex-military, all the ex-military arms. And I know a lot of people, please comment on this, please comment on that, because I know a lot of people think that, everybody's pretty much in on it and corrupt. I do not believe that. I believe this is a very, I guess I'm going to stop saying compartmentalized or stratified. I mean, those terms work, but it's a pyramidal structure where the top knows everything that's going on, and they give the lower rungs, certain duties to carry out. So, all these police and all these agents and all these ex-military people involved, like with the vehicular stalking. Now, I'm not talking about my main organizer. He probably won't ever be convinced, that what he's doing is wrong. He is a sociopath. He tortures 24 hours a day, and he doesn't care. I mean, he's making they do make a lot of money off of this. They found a way to tap into people's worst instincts, and then some people are already just like that. So they use this as a justification that maybe they're a good guy, maybe their evil is, like, good or something. Just keep trucking out there. Let's, and I'm not telling anybody anything, because, like, our momentum is just moving forward so much. Maybe my little videos are just a little 2 cents in there about it, and kind of beef up what other people are doing. But it supports other TIs. So we've got to do anything that we can. And when I feel like I can't do anything, like I can't really, go out and just bring this program down to its knees and stop it, then I make a video. I go ahead and I make a video. I report what I'm experiencing, because I'm compelled to. I mean, we have to do this. So I guess that's all I want to say. I'm getting to 30 minutes. I love you guys. I hope y'all are staying safe. I hope y'all are as comfortable as possible, and God bless all y'all. Like, He is behind us here. 75 years. I have to disagree with that commenter. In 75 years there'd be so much awareness about this. This is at worst a couple more years, at worst, and we can still make it better during that time. More awareness, less slinking around by the attackers. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video at 30 minutes. I love y'all. Stay safe, okay? And I'll see y'all on the next one, guys.